Things have changed. Hyper-Bitcoinization will take over the world in the next decade or two. Bonds, health, life insurance, gold, silver, real estate, those things will all be usurped by Bitcoin. When Bitcoin goes hyper-Bitcoinization and becomes mainstream, and your grandmother's using it and saving it, and everyone is saving fiat, or saving Bitcoin and spending their fiat dollars, that is when Bitcoin will have taken over and ushering in a new age. And I am convinced that Bitcoin will take over and demonetize gold, silver, real estate, insurance, life insurance, bonds, and things that we used to use, like whole life insurance, to create wealth, compound each year 4 or 5, 6%. That will be taken over by an asset that's appreciating at 100, 150, 200% annual compounding a year. Why have life insurance for $1 million policy that's only compounding 4 or 5% a year, when you can have an asset compounding at 150% a year? Still have the asset, loan it out, use those fiat dollars, and still keep that asset, and it's compounding and still growing every single year. Why have $1 million policy when they're inflating away the currency, and soon you're going to have, quadrillions of dollars and quintillions? That $1 million isn't going to be worth very much. That $1 million policy, that $10 million policy, that $500,000 policy, it's going to be worth very little. So, that is my concern, really, going forward, is how can you position yourself? How can I position myself, my family, in the right asset class at the right time? And I do truly believe savings, and the new savings is Bitcoin. Why would I save in fiat dollars? Why would I save and get 0.01% interest every single month? You're getting 1 cent, 10 cents, 50 cents, $1 a year in savings. And that's even if you have decent amount of capital in your bank account. So get into the strongest, hardest, most finite asset, and that is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to change the world, already is changing the world. It's going to change absolutely everything we do in life, and it's going to usher in a new era of really the human species, quite honestly. And the more you study it, the more you're convinced that this will usher in a new age, and it is stealthily and slowly going to just eat everything in its path. It is truly the apex predator asset, as Michael Saylor and certain people have talked about over the years. So for many, many years, I've thought about, how can you change, how can you educate people on history, educate people on the founding fathers of this country, and the writings and the teachings they have in their own words, their own journals, talking about freedom and prosperity and individualism. And we are all different. We're all different. The thing we have in common is we're humans, but it pretty much stops there. We are different. Every one of us, we have different fingerprints, different hair colors, different looks, everything. And that's good. We don't want to be robots. And protecting that individualism and that liberty, the individual liberty, is what Bitcoin is designed to do. And that's what the world will continue to see going forward. And the more people ban it, the more people try to take it out of existence, that network will just grow. The sovereigns will come on board. Funds will come on board. And we're seeing that left and right. Massive investors, countries, funds, family offices, insurance companies, that's just going to continually grow because they see the writing on the wall, and it can't be stopped. And that's the thing that people are starting to realize now. So get on board. Bitcoin is going to the proverbial moon, as the kids say, and for all the right reasons. Not because some VCs are pumping it, not because, some guy, they have a great marketing team, some guys and gals are pumping it or something like that. It's because the people know, inherently, we know what the strongest asset is, and it's Gresham's law. Good money drives out bad money, and we all start saving the good and then spending the bad. That's saving Bitcoin and then spending fiat dollars. So, like I said, it's going to demonetize all of these traditional instruments, these traditional financial instruments. So position yourself appropriately, and then when you have that, you can then lend those assets, that asset out, Bitcoin, and lend it into existence through fiat dollars, pay your everyday, maybe purchase income-producing real estate with your Bitcoin. Never sell your Bitcoin, never sell any of your assets, but lend against it and use those fiat dollars to fund your daily life and pass those assets down to your children. That way you're not paying capital gains taxes. So that is the plan going forward. My plan has changed a bit over the last year or so. It's stacking sats, it's stacking Bitcoin, true freedom and prosperity, and then lending against that to then purchase and use it in business, use it to acquire other assets, to throw off the fiat dollars needed, or the fiat currency needed to live your everyday life. But stack the truly finite, hardest thing you can possibly find and pass that down for generations. And your posterity will thank you.